Hearing the response from fans as they watch the show, you've got some love and certainly some criticism as well.
Yeah, I've got it's still getting the hate. I think that's always going to be a component because anytime you, and I knew getting into this what I was getting myself into, so that was to be expected. But I'm also getting a ton of love. My basic mantra has always been, look, you have to be able to laugh at yourself. That's so important. You have to be able to love yourself and laugh at yourself to be happy. And that's why it doesn't bother me. And I tell these haters, hey, come at me, but leave your neighbor alone. Leave other people alone. I can take it because I put myself out there.
You have been getting some other 90 Day Fiance franchise people have even been coming at you and saying, that you're not as loved as you think you are. I mean, is this affecting you emotionally at all, or are you that used to the bullying and you just put up that wall and you're okay?
Not at all. And a lot of my comments are humor. I tell people I'm kind of a really big deal because, I think I am. And I've been saying that for the last, 20 years. My fans love me and I love them. And it's just like, I do these live streams whenever I can. I'm so busy. But I'll somebody will call in and they want to be a guest and I'll be in their living room and they literally lose their Cheerios. It is like, and for me, I'm like, they're like, one girl's like, I'm going to cry. I can't breathe. I'm like, okay, breathe and don't cry. It's just Big Ed, from San Diego, relax. So I'm having a lot of fun. I'm getting a lot more love at this point than I am the hate. So that certainly helps.
You're my king.
I'm her king. She's my queen.
You're so cute.
Oh my God, I just want to look at you. I love you. Kiss.
Well, speaking of love, the last time I saw you in our studio, you were, raving about you and Rosemarie's love, and now fans are wondering where things are at between you two. What can you tell me about the status of your relationship now?
I can just say that I'm happy. That's all I can tell you. I'm very, very happy.
Okay. Well, I love hearing that. What about these rumors? People were saying that Rosemarie is engaged to a woman now?
Half the stuff I read online, not half the stuff, more like 90% of the stuff that I read online is not true. It's people grabbing information, they're grabbing bits of information, kind of like, and they're just creating, fake news. They don't know what's going on. I know what's going on in my heart.
So is Rosemarie engaged to a woman right now?
I have no idea. I haven't even seen the article.
How do you have no idea?
Yeah, I mean, I heard people would talk about it, but I haven't seen it.
Well, you have to know if she's engaged to a woman or not, right?
I can't answer that.
Okay.
I cannot answer that. You know that.
So are you two quarantining together?
I cannot answer that.
What do you have to say to people who have continued to have commentary about the age gap between you two?
Well, like I said before, when I first met Rose, I said, hey, look, I'm old enough to be your father. I'm 54 years old, and well, she's now 24. So, anyways, but I still, it hasn't changed. Our feelings haven't changed. Age is not an issue for us. That's all I can say.
What drove you to feel those feelings for her then?
Admiration and the fact that I really didn't think I had a chance because she was in the Philippines and I was in San Diego, and there's like, even though it was all like giddy, lovey at first, in my mind, I'm like, okay, this is just entertainment. It's not gonna turn into anything, but it did. So at first, it was the safe thing for me because of our huge, geographical, difference. Like we were in two separate countries. So that was safe for me. Like I knew it wasn't going to work out. But then slowly but surely, I started to have feelings for her. We would talk every morning. We would talk 2 or 3 times a day. And at night, she was the first person I talked to when I woke up and the last person I talked to before I went to bed.
But what is it about when you say admiration? Do you mean you were drawn to how much she admired you?
Yeah, she wanted to talk to me. Like she wanted to see me every day. She wanted to get to know me. I was certainly admiring her as well. It's a 50-50 thing. It wasn't, and it was, I haven't felt like those feelings in a while. And
yeah.
I was with my ex, she thought I was a hero. I was going to design school and, that. that, and I was a professional, and that sort of admiration.
A lot of people talking about your throwback photos that have gone viral. Sexy Big Ed, were you surprised by that?
What is up with that? Oh my God. I was dating my ex-wife. I think it was 1988. This is the honest to God truth. I joined a gym, a really nice gym in San Diego. Although I didn't work out for the first 2 months, I have to admit that. I didn't work out for 2 months, and then COVID hit. So, but I'm telling you, once this quarantine is over, I'm gonna get, being inspired to get back to they're calling me, Ed used to be a model. I'm like, well, thank you very much. And then one of my waiters' pictures, so like when I waited tables, like, you look like Patrick, a young Patrick Swayze and whatever. So yeah, so and I was, I fluctuate through my life. Like I'm fit, 1 year, and then I'm not the next. But I don't think I have a choice. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to, because a lot of people are saying, Ed, they're saying two things to me, like, Ed, you really need to, lose weight and please cut your hair. Those are my two. And they say it in a nice way too. Well, most of them.
So you're going to get back to that model bod.
You know it, man. Now I'm inspired.
So are you going to start doing some at-home workouts? Everybody's doing it in the quarantine.
You know what? I'm not inspired yet to do that. And then I'm walking a lot with Teddy, but I am down like 7 pounds, but I have a long way to go. I just can't give up my mole bag.
I'm with you. You gotta have the wine. Do you have a weight loss goal?
I want to drop 35 pounds. My goal would be to drop 35 pounds. By August 29th, my goal would be to drop 35 pounds.
Ed, so you are, a lot of people, as you said, have been talking about different scenes. The leg shaving scene.
Diego, you live in Los Angeles. The women here, as well as men, they laser their legs. I mean, so it was an environment that I'm familiar with. And when I started to give Rose her leg massage, it threw me. It threw me a little bit. And I didn't mean to react the way I did, but I was just like, oh my God. So the next morning, I said, hey, I offered to shave her legs, and she said no. And and then she said, if you shave I'll shave my legs if I can shave your beard, or if you shave your beard. So we both ended up shaving ourselves, and a lot of heat for that.
The STD test request was much talked about.
Oh, most certainly. Okay, so hindsight's 2020, and I had an awesome conversation with Tiffany about 2 weeks ago, and she's great at giving me feedback, as you know, and she's like, Dad, because the first thing I did when I got back from the Philippines is I went and got an STD test, and I'm clean. But my daughter's like, you would have got the test and then asked Rosemarie, hey, look, I still have questions about your past. I took a test, will you? That was the right thing to do. Obviously, I didn't do that. So great advice from my daughter. But and you saw what happened. It almost cost me our relationship. That's what was insane.
Well, you've had kind of wild requests, but you've also made big sacrifices. I mean, you bathed with her dad, essentially.
Not essentially. I did. Oh my God. Oh my God. And God is with a G-A-W-D. I'm kidding. So yeah. Well, you saw the night scene before was so the dad had left, and then he came back. We all had dinner, and he left, and then all of a sudden he's back. I'm like, what in the heck are you doing here? And then he's like, oh, I'm gonna sleep between you two because I don't trust you. So I wake up and I'm already miserable, and then I'm like, I need to go take a bath. So I didn't even know where the bath was. I had no idea. I never asked. And then sure enough, we're walking by her dad's room, and he's like, hey, I wanna bathe with you. I'm like, okay. So we walked another 6 feet over this 50 gallon drum of water. And hence, the bath scene with her dad, I'm dropping the soap. It's surreal again. Rose is sitting there, they're hosing me up. And it is freaking freezing. The water was actually really, really cold. So I was really, really cold. And then I looked down and I saw I didn't even know what it was at first, but because it was almost doing like this. it looked like from like the Mutant Ninja Turtles, that little kung fu guy. It was actually a rat. And then I asked Rose, I go, oh my God, I scared the crap out of me. I jumped into the room and I'm like, what is that? And I go, is that a mouse or a rat? She's like, I think so. So she didn't even know what it was. So, and I mean, God forbid, I probably slept with that thing the night before.
What would you say now about your suspicions that Rose was just in this for money? Do you still feel that way?
We're still exploring that. Like at this point,
Okay.
we're still.
And
I still have, to answer your question, at this point, I still have suspicions.
at this point in the show, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. And what about your daughter? Has she at this point accepted, and I'm talking about in your real life, are you guys back on track? You said you've talked to her and gotten her, thoughts on the show and that. So what is you and your daughter's relationship now?
When I got back, we went out to our favorite restaurant, and I mean, it's we were both crying. I mean, we were both in tears, and I learned not only was I not listening to, because my daughter was, when I first told her I'm doing this, she's like, and her mom were like super fans of the show. I'd never seen the show before.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
They knew what was coming, and so they were 100% against it. So my daughter just kept texting me, and where I really screwed up is I wasn't listening to her. Basically, I was able to explain to her and apologize that because she was more hurt because I wasn't listening to her. And then she was going through a lot of stuff in her life that I didn't realize she was. She lives in Vegas, and with her mom and her stepdad, and they were dealing with financial stuff and she was freaked out about that. And then her dad wants to marry a 23-year-old. So I can't imagine what she might have been going through. So it was a wonderful, tearful, and we're actually in a better place than we were before, like even before this, because now we're very honest with each other, which is even better. So we're in a great place.
Well, is Rose still in your life?
I can just tell you I'm very happy, and I got a bigger house. You're in it.
I know.
Okay, I had to get my mom's moving in, so.
Well, maybe you had to get a bigger house to move some other people into. We'll have to see.
You have to wait.